Our goals in putting together the FiO conference are really twofold. First, quality. We want the best and highest quality technical presentations that we can get from world-renowned practitioners of optics. Second, breadth. All right, we want to have the broadest spectrum of papers that come from every aspect of optics. So adaptive optics for astronomy, biomedical imaging, laser development, just to name a few. So what we're really trying to do here is put together a smorgasbord of optical presentations that appeal to everyone. FiO is important to the optics and photonic community because it really is the only conference that I know of that covers the full spectrum of optics. It's a conference that draws a lot of people, but in a way that people can interact. And this is actually quite important, because when you come to a conference like this, you're not only going to learn about new developments in the field that you work in, but you're also going to learn about new developments in every other field that you're possibly interested in. We have a number of really interesting papers and highlights in the Frontiers in Optics conference this year. Let me just point to a few. First, there's a large number of papers on high-intensity physics, and this covers a broad spectrum. So it covers interactions of laser pulses with atoms and molecules, using lasers as particle accelerators, and probably the biggest, I think, and it'll come up as a hot topic too, is using ultra-short laser pulses to generate even shorter laser pulses. There's one paper that's actually talks about zeptosecond pulses. A zeptosecond is 10 to the minus 21 seconds. That's really remarkable. We're seeing a lot of interesting applications using metamaterials for things like cloaking. All right, so people talk about cloaking, basically making things invisible, much like the Harry Potter cloak of invisibility. That's really cool, really exciting. We're starting to see applications that are not quite there yet, but that are moving in that direction. There's a really interesting paper that's going to be talked about temporal cloaking, where you can actually hide events that take place in time. Really cool.
I very much like attending FiO because of this diversity. It's a great place for young professionals to network with the leaders of the field, both in the industry and academia. I mean, I know that the people in the academia traditionally have participated in FiO, an OSA annual meeting, and OSA had made concerted efforts to attract more, I guess, participation from the industry. So it is a very good opportunity for, especially for students, to network with the leaders of the field.
This is a unique place where the latest innovations in the various branches of the field are presented, and where the future is discussed and the trends are highlighted. The FiO meeting topics are divided into 8 major areas, each handled by a subcommittee of experts in the field, with topics ranging from basic optics research to applications in telecommunications, biomedical, the environment, energy, and security. The FiO Program Committee has put together a very rich and exciting program. Over 850 contributed talks. There are also a lot of special events, including students and young professional activities.
The conference covers some 33 themes in optics, and we have a number of special symposia, all with pioneers in the field giving invited presentations on 50 years of measuring the eye's aberrations, on integrated optofluidics for the life sciences, and for novel X-ray and extreme ultraviolet light sources in science, and of course, frequency-resolved optical gating. The exhibits at the meeting are growing in size and are well worth visiting. We can look in a hands-on way at the tools that will allow us to accomplish what we want to do. And there are activities going on the exhibit floor. There's the Mission Optical Student Contest and the combined poster sessions for the meeting.